Um, and this is the first episode of the Sunday SoulJah Series. I got with me. Introduce yourself, man. One of my OGs, one of my elders, one of the guys I came up under. I got with me, man. Introduce yourself, bro.
Aaron Thomas. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Whoever
Aaron,
joins on, it's a pleasure. Aaron Thomas. They call me Ski.
they
That's my
call
name
me
on
Ski.
Instagram. They call me Ski. Yes.
They call me Ski. All right,
Yes,
so
definitely.
yo, you doing a lot of great work. Like I said, I made up this series just to give. I see a lot of, a lot of elders are passing. A lot of make sure
Mhm.
I'm giving that the guys that's doing the work out here in our communities are, getting their flowers while they can still see them. So I'm saying, so this is just one of the
Definitely.
things of me giving you flowers, and we can go into your story, and can tell us about us. So you from Queens? Let us know where you from. A little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from 192nd Street and Linden Boulevard. So anyone that knows that, Mr. I go back to Mr. Uglies and candles and things. Not so much chances. You understand what I'm saying? Like your age group might have been chances. My age group was Mr. Ugly.
I know
Not that
about
I hung
Mr.
in Mr.
Uglies.
Uglies, but I watch. But I watch still.
I
Being
wasn't in
55
Mr.
years old,
Uglies,
I
but
watch.
I knew
Yeah,
about
I
Mr.
got it.
Uglies.
I got it. I watched as a kid, in the Chinese restaurant across the street playing, arcade games until one day I got, the environment, we live in play a huge role in the decisions we make. So I would say that I watched the Shorty Blacks, I watched the Fats, I watched, I wouldn't say I watched Bimmy, so to speak, but he would get his car washed over there. Understand?
Oh, Linden in Springfield? I can't hear you, bro. Your sound went out. You muted yourself.
Can you
You
hear me?
muted. Yeah, I hear you now. I hear you now.
You can hear me now, yeah. So anyway, I watched the guys as I came up. You know what I mean? Because it was a money era, so it wasn't so much violence. It was money. So what I saw was an opportunity to make money, and that's what I started doing.
Right.
The violence came later. With drugs come violence, but never. Even to this day, even when I was in the prison system, I never really had my own beef. It was always, so to speak, protecting someone that I saw getting just bullied. I don't like to see bullying. I guess because of the household I grew up in. So I guess it started there. So God implants something in all of us, things we see that maybe cause triggers in us. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So so who were some of the guys that you came up with? Who were some of your running partners?
So some of my running partners, I would definitely say Dougie, White Dog,
Yo, salute to Dougie and
Derek
White
Huggins.
Dog, 192. That's right. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely 192. Bebo wasn't around then. I got with Bebo when he came home. Well, Jim. You understand what I'm saying? Um, who else would I say? Regan, I would say Regan. DeVal. Um, who else would I say would be on the block? Back in the day. That would be about it. When I think about like on the block official, it would definitely be DeVal. I'm talking about we're gonna go back like 87, 88, and 89. That's when I left. So the Dougie, White Dog, Little Derek, and it was pretty much just us. Yeah, pretty much just us. Everybody else came a little later on.
Okay. Okay. So when you first touched prison, when you first go to prison,
1988 for shooting at
19,
somebody.
1988, you said shooting at
Yes.
somebody.
Yeah, I was shooting at somebody. That's where it all
How
started, shooting at somebody, yeah.
how much time do you get? How much time they gave you for that?
Oh, it was reckless endangerment, 6 months, 5 years probation.
Oh, word.
Yeah, 6 months, 5 years probation, yeah.
So you came out and got right back to it.
Came home, got right got right back to it. Got caught with a gun probably like around 6 months later. Mom Duke bailed me out. Then 2 months later after that, I shot somebody twice. I got remand status and I did 4 years and came on home.
So and what year did you go in then?
1989 October.
And you came home with 93?
Yeah, 93 October.
And that's when I met you.
And that's right. That's when I met you. Yes, definitely.
That's when
That's when I met
I officially started being around you.
you. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, definitely.
I think the most notable of our meeting, the most notable you think you did is you brought me, Todd, and Snags to your house, and you made fried Mac for us in your kitchen. Do you remember that?
That's right. Yes.
I never went
That's
to
right.
prison
Yeah.
at that time. So the
That's right.
Mac was
Right.
fire. When I was eating it, the Mac was fire.
Right.
What
Right,
made
right,
you want
right.
to show us that though? What made you want us to show us the Jack Mac?
You know what? Just like when I'm on the island now, and the guys are making the what do they call those things inside the soup? What the heck do they call them? Inside the soup. Sometimes they get the plastic bag on Rikers Island, and they put the rice, they put the oodles and noodle soup in there along with the chips. They put some mackerel in there. They put some salmon. They put a whole bunch of stuff in. I guess the mentality is still there, and the food was good. So when you come home, you start making it. I think my wife eats octopus to this day. Text Tamika and tell him on the phone if she needs to text you. All right,
I
go
think
ahead.
T2 is the one that introduced me to you though. Todd is the one that
Yeah,
introduced me to you.
definitely,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
So
You
you
you,
knew
you know it's
Todd.
so funny?
Go ahead.
No, well, I did know Todd. I knew Todd as Mr. Perry's grandson. They lived across the street from my mother's house. So when I went to jail, I called home one day and my mother was like, Mr. Perry's grandson, asked for your information. He wanted to write you a letter, and we was friends ever since.
Oh
I knew him
wow.
before I went, but he was like a little guy to me. You understand what I'm saying? He was a little guy, you know what I'm saying?
Salute
But
to
he
Todd.
did that whole bit with me. Yes, salute to T2. He did that whole bit with me, man.
Snags, right.
Definitely, yeah, definitely did the whole bit with me.
So what made you want to pull us up and do all that? What made you want to pull us up? Because you used to always talk to us, tell us to chill, slow down. What made you want to do that coming home?
Because when I went to jail, I saw that 25 to life was something serious. You from the street, you hear all those numbers, and you think like, that's not nobody's getting that, this, that, and the third. Nah, dudes is getting that. So even when I was in jail, I was telling dude, I would call little Derek and be like, yo, I heard you, getting a little crazy out there. You need to chill out. The numbers is for real, bro. The numbers is for real. Next thing you know, he came through maybe like a year later for a body, and he wound up doing 24 years. You understand what I'm saying? And even when it came to you, when you got hit up, I'm like, yo, it's been going back and forth for long enough now. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
did
you
you,
came.
they
You
did
came to
them.
see me. You came to see me
Yeah,
in hospital. You came to see me in the hospital.
right. And I came to see you in the hospital. I'm like, yo, it's going back and forth. It's going too much. I said, this is not going to end well. You
Well,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah, that was '94. So that was right after you came home. I got
Yes.
shot up in January '94. You came home on October '93, and I got
Yes.
shot up then. So
Yes.
you came and talked to me. You told me to chill. You told me to calm. You told me to calm down. What makes you wanted to do that? Because you could have been the other way. Like yo, they hit you, get them. I was on it anyway. But what made you want to come at me from that perspective? What made you want to?
Oh, shoot. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you,
My
bro.
phone keeps dropping. Let me just hold my phone here. Yo, yeah. Those numbers being in the max jail. Like I had 3 to 9 years, but most of my bit was in maxes. I went to
Right.
Elmira. From Elmira, I went to Coxsackie. Went to Green for like 5 months. Blew the spot up. Went to Clinton. Stayed in Clinton for about 14 months. Then I went to Franklin, and then I went home from Franklin. So those numbers was for real. You understand what I'm saying? And I saw like, yo, I wouldn't want no one to experience that. You understand what I'm saying? When I'm on the island in C-74, I tell those kids all the time, call home, tell them like, yo, tell them to apply for a pistol license legitimately.
So just not. I don't want to mess up the timeline of the story, but right now you work on Rikers Island with the
Yes, sir.
kids.
Yes, yes. Right
What do
now,
you
I'm
do?
working right now.
You mentor them. What you do with them?
So what I teach them is accountability, and mostly I talk to the heads. You understand what I'm saying? And it's so funny when I'm sitting there talking to the heads, they look at me like I'm their older brother or I can be their father. And I
Right.
tell them about, real leadership is not telling someone to shoot someone. That
Right.
doesn't make you that doesn't prove how tough he is. He knows you
Right.
have he knows you have his back. You understand what I'm saying? I said real leaders lead by vision. A person, I said, I should be able to. I said I should come in this crib, and I should be able to look at you and look at them and be like, all right, my choice pick if I'm 550 or who I want to join. And I said, me seeing you shooting something down or giving this order, that's not gonna make me want to join you. I want to see your vision. I want to see where you're leading me. So my thing is always like, where are you leading the people to? You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Where
Right.
you taking them? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. A real leader has vision. All right. So 93, 94, you come to see me in the hospital. I go upstate. I catch a bid right after that. Right after you come to see me in the hospital, I come out, get caught up with some more stuff, catch some time. Right. During that time, you out there, you living. How was your first years of being home? How did that time go? How did all that stuff go? Because I wasn't there for a couple years.
So that was tricky. So when I first came home, I was chilling. I was working at a church as a custodian. Next thing you know, what happened? So there was a beef going on in Hollis. there was a beef going on with my man Rashid and those other guys from Springfield at
Yeah,
the
you
time.
introduced me to
Yeah,
Rashid. You introduced me
yeah.
to
There was
Rashid.
a there was a beef going. There was a serious beef going on at the time, and Bebo, who's dead now, he killed one of the guys from that side, and I guess I heard about it the next day. I had nothing to do with it. I was living my life, just working, going, just chilling. Somehow I got pulled into that, and I got pulled into it one day at the parole building. Going to the parole building, I went to go. I got. So what happened is I got locked up. I was on the
I
avenue.
remember it
Yeah,
was you and
I got
Snags,
locked
right?
up. Now, yeah, me, Snag, and Rashid. Well, we were on the avenue. We chilling. Mika, Fluffy, these girls from 40 got into something. James,
Salute
old
to
girl.
Mika and them. Salute
Yeah,
to Mika and them from
yeah,
40.
definitely. Got into something on Jamaica Avenue. We jump out my MPV. I had an MPV back then. That's when MPVs was
Yeah, I
fat.
remember that black.
Like,
I remember
you
that.
know what I'm saying? So dudes was like, we jumped out and the car jumped out, with a bat. He jumped out. I'm like, yo, put that away. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew like that right there is the first degree assault. You're gonna kill somebody. This, that, and the third. We jumped in my MPV. What happened, happened. We jumped in my MPV. I went to go report that Tuesday. And, when you go report, as soon as I went in through the doors, they handcuffed me. You understand what I'm saying? Said I was under arrest. Because my mother said the cops had came to the house because my insurance and registration was in her name at the time. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So once they came there, they saw that car was registered to her. They was like, nah, somebody on parole's in this house. That automatically, they do the same thing to this day. They waited to see if I would report. When I went to report, they locked me up. I went in front of the judge and found out I was being arrested for first-degree assault, first-degree armed robbery, this, that, and the third. I bailed out like 3 months later. I had a $300,000 bail. So I was back in jail like a year later. I got bailed out, and I went to trial like a year later, and I actually beat it. I went to trial. It was like
Snags,
7-day
Snags was
trial.
your Cody on that stuff, right? Y'all beat
No,
that
no,
together.
no, 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 no,
He wasn't?
never. No. So Snag, so let me tell you the truth. A lot of people don't know. Snag, no. I brought him to my lawyer's office. He was going to say he did it. I just did 4 years in jail. Like, bro, you got to say you did that. I'm taking it. You understand what I'm saying? But I had Scott Breschnight at the time. Anybody from Queens knows who Scott Breschnight is. He said, like, yo, you're going to blow trial with this guy right here. Like, he's gonna mess you up. He said, you're going to have to wear this. You're going to have to wear this. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to take it to trial. The car was in the court, and he was in the bleachers while I was, facing the time. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He was in the bleachers.
You losing audio, bro. You lost your audio.
Because somebody was caught.
You back. Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
So
hear you.
the lawyer said he would jam. The lawyer said he would jam me up if he came in and said that he did it. He wasn't believable. So the lawyer was like, "You're gonna have to wear this, even though you didn't do it. You're gonna have to wear this." So I was facing 17 after 35 years. So I even tell the guys in jail that, like, there's so much we do for this not snitching, this not that. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm like, he didn't do anything to jam me up on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? He was just doing what he thought he was supposed to do. Had nothing to do with me. I got picked out. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So I held on to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, all right. So what happened? You got out. You got around. You beat trial.
Yeah, I got out, went to trial a year later. It lasted like 7 days. The guy even ID'd me on the stand, too. He ID'd me and said, that's him. All he did was grow his hair back, and he's wearing glasses. He was positive it was me. I did absolutely nothing. Rashid did absolutely nothing. Snag did absolutely everything. You understand what I'm saying? He did absolutely everything. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. We wasn't with that. We was like, yo, come on, get in here. Like, you gonna catch a body out here? Let's go. We thought that would just be it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, that wasn't it, man. That changed my life. You understand what I'm saying? It changed my life.
All right. So I came home after you beat trial. I came home. I did 2 years. I came home right after that. And you was doing you. You know what I mean? You had the cars. You was doing you with the cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we bought one of them cars off you. Yeah.
That's right. The Red G20. That's right.
Yeah. You was doing
I
you
actually
with
had
the
to
car.
show. I had to show Tina it was official because she was like, "Ain't nobody buying this car, my friend." I said, "Well, Tina, look, just drive it for yourself. If you like it, then." After she drove, she was like, "Nah, it's all good. You can, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
all
you.
good. They can buy it. I was
So
just
what?
trying
Messing with
anything
Todd?
to. Yeah,
Good.
messing with Todd. I learned to buy rebuildable cars. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I even see them on Facebook Market now. Some rebuildable cars. So dudes are still doing it because you can get a car that maybe a light tap. you fix it, you sell it. It's a hustle. You know what I'm saying? For us to make
Right.
it out here. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely a hustle.
How did that go? Was that lucrative? Was
It
that
was
lucrative?
lucrative. Yes, it was lucrative until they did a what do you call that? Like an eye special on Channel 4, and they started telling people about rebuildable cars. That people out here buying cars that were totaled and they were fixing up and they were reselling them when that wasn't the case. You understand what I'm saying? So before when we first started, they didn't put salvage title on titles. You understand what I'm saying? It was just a title. You understand what I'm saying? Once they put rebuildable title, that was it.
Right.
That put a that people didn't they thought they were buying a junk car, so that killed
Right.
that. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Oh, so that killed the market.
Yeah, that killed the market. Yes, the market seems to be coming back right now though. But yeah, killed the market though. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So I came home in '96. I went straight back in '96. I was like in there. I was
Yeah.
there and I was gone in there on '96. But at that time, you was coming to see me. You was coming to see Dante. You was coming to see all of us. Um,
I actually saw Web too.
how many
I went to see
people
Web too.
how many people were you coming to see at that time? Because I would be on a visit. I would be going on a visit with somebody else. I would see you on a visit with Dante because me and him was in the Beacon at the same time. You'd be like, "Yo, I'm coming to see you tomorrow. I'm coming to see you tomorrow." How many people were you going to see at that time?
Yo, you as many as I could. You know why? Because when I did that 4 years, I didn't have that. So I swore to myself like three things. I would never have beef in my neighborhood again because you're only going to jail. And I would not hang with the people I hung with prior to because they didn't do anything for me. And that if I could ever help someone in jail, I was going to help them, whether it's visit, commissary, whatever else the case may be. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I looked out for Webb. You understand what I'm saying? Your family, but I looked out for Webb.
You
You
tried to,
understand
yeah,
what I'm
because you
saying?
was gonna pay. You was going. I had Scott. You was gonna pay for my lawyer, but we had already paid for Scott. So
Yes,
you bought all my court clothes. You bought all my because I was I was going to trial. So I bought all
yes,
you bought all my trial clothes for me.
yes. So
But go ahead,
I
honey.
knew
You bailed
right.
out
So
Dayla.
yeah, yeah. You know why? Because I said I didn't have that for me, and I said I need some promises I made to myself. Even to this day, if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. Even to the guys in jail, when I'm talking to them, I call their attorneys. I do whatever I have to do for them. You understand what I'm saying? They'll give me like a family member's name, and all of a sudden I'll just send I'll cash app. And when they come home, like some of the bros came home, I'll pick them up. I'll take them out to get something to eat, and I'll cash app them some money. Like, yo, here's a starter kit. You understand? I said, if you need me, contact me. Let me know. Let me help you find a job. Just don't go back out there and do what you're doing, whatever that is. You understand? I said, remember, like, we don't shoot for nothing. And I said, I'm never advocating violence. Just like I tell them in jail, like, we don't stab over a bag of chips. We give a person a chance to go to the bubble and ask, like, say, I can't live here. You understand what I'm saying? We don't do that. Give them a chance to deadlock, whatever y'all do. But we don't, So I had like the whole two building, thanks to the King of Kings, the Furtado brothers, because I got in there through them. You
Salute to the
understand what I'm
King of
saying?
Kings, the Furtado
Yeah,
brothers.
yeah, Lance Furtado and Todd Furtado. So they got me in there, and it turned out to be like one of the most rewarding things that I could ever do. You understand what I'm saying? Is the opportunity to talk. I see who's gonna listen, who's not gonna listen, but I understand that life now is just so. It's become a culture, and it's become a what you care so much about what people think. You
Right,
understand what I'm saying? So I try to get them off that by talking strictly to the one in charge, by
right.
telling them like they don't have to happen that way, and not for nothing. For like the last good year, we haven't had no stabbings or cuttings in my building. In two buildings, I got the whole two buildings. Two lower south, two lower north, two main south, two upper south, two upper north. There's
Oh,
no
that's
sense. So
good.
it may be a fight here and there, but nobody's pulling those knives out. Just like the other day, so they got on the day room. They say even though the Spanish, they had the knife, no one pulled out nothing. Because I tell them the same thing when I speak to the Trinitarians. I tell them the same thing. Yo, bro, just give me a minute. Let me go. Let me go say something first. Like split this up equally. Sometimes I'll be in a house with just one gang in there, and I'm like, I'll watch how they'll it'd be a couple of loaves of bread, and I notice how some want to take like more than they should. I'm like, yo, look, it's 15 of y'all. It's 30 slices of bread. Split it up. Do the math. Equal. But I realized that sometimes everybody didn't have the same things at home. So I'm starting to realize that this generation, there's a lot of homelessness we're dealing with. A lot of bros in there, like their parents, like got tired of them doing what they're doing, And not for nothing, we're dealing a lot with mental health. A lot of
Right.
mental health is
I
going on.
said it the other day. You're right.
Right. A lot, but you know what? I hold them accountable to their bylaws too.
Right.
And a lot of them surprisingly don't know about their bylaws. Like, what does this say? Before you tell me that, what does this say? You understand what I'm saying? What does this say right here?
You mean the rules of the organizations, right?
Yeah, the rules of their organization. The rules of the organization, yes. But, bylaws. They might not call them that, but
Right.
that's what I call them. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? But they know what I'm talking about. I said, if y'all just live by this, I said, y'all will go back to the first generation Bloods. Y'all go back to the first generation. Somehow down the line, this thing got twisted up here. I said, y'all not outnumbered. Y'all just out-organized. I
Right.
said, the Venezuelan gang going to come in here, they're going to take over y'all. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? And they're gonna hurt y'all. You
Right.
understand what I said? Because you're out organized now. Yeah, I said y'all think about little things. You understand what I'm saying? Not the big thing. I said that's not important. I said if there's no money involved, you don't have a beef. Yeah, I said it's 5 phones there. Divide the phones up. I said, but when I was in jail, there was 2 phones, a black phone and a Spanish phone. That's it.
Getting back to the Rikers Island, right? In 9798 when you was coming to see us. At that time, they had the platinum era had just started, and you was the first person that I ever seen like you wore platinum on a visit floor. I thought it was silver. I'm like, yo, what you doing with the? You was like, nah, this platinum right here. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
you own,
definitely.
you owned the club at that time too, right?
No, well, I didn't own a club. I was hosting a club. Me and Majestic.
You own
We was doing,
Majestic. Salute to
we
Majestic,
was
right?
doing illusions. It was. I gotta give him all his props. It was his idea. It's at the time I
Tef
was
said what up.
popular.
Tef in the chat too. Go ahead.
Yeah. At the time, Tap is in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up? Salute, bro. Salute. Definitely. At the time I was very popular. I just came home. I'm getting some money. You understand? So what happened was, remember I was working legit. When I caught that case, I lost my job. And then I met this dude. I won't even say his name. I met this dude. So it's kind of like paid in full. I met this, so I'm not gonna act like I was just. And he liked me, took a liking to me. And everybody in the chat probably know who he is from Queens. And he was like, "Yo, what can you handle?" I said, "I can handle whatever you give me." And then we started rocking and rolling from there. And I was like he's like a brother to me. Yeah, I
I
mean
know you're talking
you know
about.
what I'm saying? Yeah, he definitely he looked out. So it wasn't like it was just ski, like he just paved the way. No, I did pave the way for a lot of dudes because when he blessed me, I always been generous. I blessed other people because I'm like, you can't get nowhere just buying. You buy this and I'm gonna throw in this. You understand what I'm saying? I want everybody to eat. It was just like the movie.
Yeah, salute to that brother. Salute to that brother too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely. Definitely.
Yo, DJ
DJ
Ike
Ike
Love,
Love, DJ Ike
Ike
Love,
Love
that's
in the
my dude.
building.
That's
Yo,
my
Ike
man right
Love,
there. That's my man, Ike Love. Definitely.
my
Yep.
favorite DJ with the mixtape. Yo, salute Ike Love.
Definitely. That's my dude right there.
All right, so we on Rikers Island. You coming to see all of us. You coming to see all of us. So how was the feedback you got from the guys that you took care of while we was in prison, like myself, Webb, Dante, you a lot of legendary dudes. You took care of them. They was like, you was like a big homie to us. How was the feedback with that? And how does it, like, the level that a lot of these guys went to, what you think about that now? Like, your thoughts on that?
The feedback from you guys is great. Even when I would come up to Shawang and see, and when I saw you upstate, the feedback was great. There was some jealousy with some other people. You understand what I'm saying? With I didn't come up where I just cut you off. Like because you have a problem, I cut somebody off because you have a problem with somebody else that you introduced me to. So I think sometimes we get jealous, even sometimes as men. If I seem like I was closer to somebody you might have introduced me to. Sometimes things just happen that way. Like you could be my man, but you introduce me to somebody else and seem like we gelling more than you and I gelling. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? Sometimes things just happen like that. It's nothing. The love is still there between you and I. Just that
Oh,
me and this guy
so
just vibing.
so dudes got jealous of other relationships that you had?
Yeah, there was one dude that was in your crew. That got, there was that took like kind of personal because he felt like his lawyer had stopped getting paid. I said, what difference do it make? I'm paying for it.
Right.
Like, what difference does it make? I'm taking over the payment. I said it's not that. I said he got a case, so he was just slow walking Scott. But I guess the person wanted him to like pay the money. But a lot of times the people don't know what a person's pockets look like. Yeah. Now, was Dante driving a Range Rover and all that stuff. Yeah, but he still had a lot of responsibility. He was a good dude too. Shout out to Tay from
Shout out to Tay, man. Yeah,
from
shout out to
89th
Tay,
Avenue.
man.
What's
Shout out
up?
to Tay.
Ebony Smalls, we see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
89th,
definitely.
89th
Yeah,
Avenue, that's
yeah,
right.
89th Avenue. Like I never seen nothing like that in my life. And Webb introduced he and I never seen an opera like that in my life when I met him. You understand what I'm saying? Definitely, that was that's a good dude. Even to this day, he's a good dude.
Salute, good dude, man. I've seen him since I've been home. Salute to Tay, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, Beehive in the building. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button. There's 100 in the building, 25 likes. Hit the like button. Exclusive
Beehive,
stories
what up,
right here.
baby? What up? What up? This is my son right here. What up? It's my
Yo,
son
what
right
up?
here.
What up? Salute, salute.
Yo,
What
what's
up?
good? What's good, man?
Yo, you look like Ski, man. I gotta come see you,
Yeah,
man.
no doubt, man. Yeah, definitely. I keep them close. And I try to keep everyone close that comes home or whatever. Like I believe, like a good outreach worker could change a person's life. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
since I know how to do that, I understand it. You can't just tell a person to do something. No, you got to put them in your car, buy the Metro card, take them where they got to go, sit down with them. You got to carry it out. And I can
Right.
say that, I would definitely say that, I'm trying to think, did Erica teach me that? Shout out to Erica Ford. Her and I don't see things as the way we used to see things, but we go back like 30-something years. Thorough woman. I got to give it to her. Shout out to, Life Camp. Erica Ford is she's a thoroughbred. And if you guys saw the video of when the police went in there, you saw what, you saw how she stood up. You understand what I'm saying? I might not have handled it that way, but she came up under Viola Plummer, and that's just how they get down. So she going to give it up that way. I'm going to give it up a different way. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I see what works and doesn't, and what seemed like it doesn't work. Doesn't mean her approach was wrong. It just means that was her approach.
All right. So, all right, we all, you showing that you a good dude. Just your personality, who you was. Now, I go upstate. You came when I was going to trial. Scott was like, don't go to trial. You came in, I had already copped out at trial, right?
Yes.
I seen you upstate. You came to see me in downstate. I think Sing Sing. You came to see me a couple times in Sing
Yeah.
Sing, downstate with Tina. I think you came with Nick. Y'all
Yeah.
came to Sing Sing one time. Then I'm like, Tina's telling me, like, yo, Ski changed his life. I'm hearing this in like the early 2000s. I'm like, they saying Ski changed his life. He's doing this now. He's a veterinarian. He a dog catcher. He a Christian. He ain't doing the things that he used to do in the past. I was like, when I first heard that, I'm like, Ski? I'm like, he's fronting. It's a front, you heard?
Yeah.
I'm being honest, you heard?
Yeah.
I'm like, Ski? It's a front. But then I seen that your real is what made you make your change, lead a life alone, and go straight for the community and do the work that you're doing today? What made you change, bro?
All right. So for one, what a lot of people don't know, like DJ Ike Love might know, Dougie and White Dog. So for one, I always loved the Lord. Even though I did what I did, from being in jail, if I had to go through the mag and put an ice pick up my ass to get through there to make sure I'm safe in the yard, I still always loved the Lord. This time, I took off the bulletproof vest and I took off the guns. Like, God, I'm going to devote my life to you. So in 1998, I was going to the bathroom like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had some nice stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And with the nice stuff, I'm going to the bathroom at 3 o'clock in the morning. I heard a voice. It was raining, and that voice I heard said, "Where you gonna take this if you die today? If you die today, where's this stuff going?" And that next day, I remember the connect coming to my house, and I probably owed him about 45,000. He's counting the money. I'm giving him the money, and as he's counting the money, I said, "Yo, I'm out." He never stopped counting the money. Never looked at me. He said, "Ski, what you talking about?" I said, "Yo, I'm out." He said, "How you gonna pay for all this? How you gonna take care of all this? How you gonna take care of Aaron? How you gonna take care of Maria?" I said, "God." He said, "God is going to pay for all this?" I said, "Yeah." He finished counting the money, no lies. He gave me a hug, left. Never heard from him again. Never heard from him again. And this is my duty. He wouldn't answer none of my calls, none of that. So one day I heard he caught a charge, and I went down to the downtown because I heard he caught a charge. So I'm in the underground parking lot. As a matter of fact, it was me and AJ. AJ might have been like, he was less than 7 years old. You understand what I'm saying? And he happened to be coming out of court. He said, "Yo, Ski, what you doing there?" I said, "Yo, I heard you heard you caught a charge. I wanted to come support you. I said, let me ask you. I said, why you never answer my call? He said, because when you said you didn't want that life no more, I never want to bring that around you. Now, that was love right there. He said, I never wanted to bring that around you again. You understand what I'm saying? Never. And I was like, wow. You understand? And that's why I do the things I do. When somebody say they're out, that's it. You out. I don't. There's nothing personal. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's true love to tell somebody to see like you're heading in a bad. So let me stop you before you get there. It's not.
Right.
I'm gonna put a pack in your hand or give you a key and be like, yo, go get some money. No. You understand what I'm saying? Like we don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? That's not love. You can't say you love your brother and do that. You understand what I'm saying? You can't.
Right. Right. Yo, salute to Free J Burton in the building, man. My bro's in he got a big sentence out there in California. He in prison. Free J Burton. I see y'all real official prison talk. Make sure y'all tap into them. Yo, you got Frank White in here saying he love you, Ski.
Frank
Um,
White, I know. I see you. I see you. I see you. Frank White, what up, baby? How you
we
doing,
got
baby? I seen
JJ
him.
Cheddar from Linden in here. Salute to everybody pulling up. Make sure I hit that like button, man. This is exclusive. We giving some flowers to Ski. We giving flowers to our OGs, man, where they can still see them, you heard? Where they can still hear them, you heard? So, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, definitely.
So that's amazing, bro, because like even with my change, a lot of people on the internet, they see me, they be like, he's lying, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. Because they hear these big stories about us and how crazy that we was, and they ain't see our transition. And when I think about that, it's like me. Like I thought when I first heard that, you was out there catching dogs, you a veterinarian. I'm like, Ski ain't catching no dogs.
Yeah. So let me clear that up. Ski was never catching dogs. So
Hi.
that's just how people saw it.
You
They
was a
made fun of me. I remember.
veterinarian.
Yeah, no, a veterinary technician. So let me tell you something. Lo and behold, all of us have wanted to be something when we were children. You understand? I've always loved animals. You understand what I'm saying? I remember Lele used to come pick me up from work. Because about 2 years later, I lived off my money for about a good 2 years before I even got a job. And he'd be like, yo, Ski, this not you, man. He said, this not you. I said, yo, bro, I said, I've always loved this. Believe it or not, I said, I can't go back to jail. He's like, yo, come on back, bro. Come on. And I remember Nakai saying, snag. He said, yo, Ski, you're not so good being a good guy. I said, yo, bro, I can't. I said, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I can't do it. But then I look at my man Lay, and that's my heart. You understand what I'm saying? He caught 15 years after that.
Right.
You
Yo,
understand
salute
what
to
I'm saying?
Lele. That's
He
right.
caught 50. Yeah, shout out to Lele from Linden Boulevard. If you know him, you know him. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So I was never a dog catcher. You understand? I worked in a veterinary hospital, and I did very well for myself, with all honesty. And I still do well for myself. I used to watch the news up until like 2019 when I got involved in trying to reduce gang and gun violence. I would watch the news from work and was like, maybe I can speak to that. I said, because when I would watch it on the news and I would see the killing, I'm like, this is all about leadership. I don't have no problem with gangs. To this day, even when I'm in the jail, I don't have a problem with gangs. I have a problem with bad leadership. You understand what I'm saying? And they're just misguided. You understand? I said, we should be strong out here. I said, the thing that happened in Virginia, I said, every gang in America should have pulled up. That should have never taken place. I said, you have a white young man that went 2 states away with an AR-15 and killed 2 black guys. And I said, Johnson & Johnson paid for his legal defense team. Where was the gangs at? No one showed up. You
Right.
understand? And he got off of that. I think his name was Kyle Rifkin or Rifkin House or something like that. I said, where was the gangs? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I said, you guys should support the neighborhood. You guys should be throwing the barbecues. So I realize now, and I said, I tell them every day, I'm like, society can't exist this way. I said, for one, y'all shoot down the block. I said, the first charge I ever caught, I was in the bushes waiting for the guy. In the bushes. And I said, he was no more than 20 feet away from me, but I still waited. I didn't start shooting at him from the bushes. And even in my case I caught when I shot the dude twice, it was by the grace of God. It wasn't because I was an excellent shot, because I never did target practice. When he pulled, I just hit him first. You understand what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? So it wasn't. So and when he walked up, the first thing I didn't do, I didn't reach when he walked up. I'm like, I punched him in the face the day before that. You understand what I'm saying? So when he walked up, I'm like, what is it? What is it gonna be? I'm like, y'all do today. You don't give a second before you pull that gun out. If he say he wanted to go, we're gonna go. And I'm on Linden, ghetto fabulous, eating Chinese food on the garbage can in front of the Chinese restaurant. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Big chain around my neck like you see in the picture. You understand? I wasn't. The last thing I was worried about was getting booked because it didn't. That things didn't have like everyone always had their occupation. That wasn't just something I was worrying about because I carried my thing. Not that I couldn't get got, but I was just, I was young and I was, I went to jail at 19, so I had the heart of a lion, just like most of, most of us had. And even at your age, you had the heart of a lion back then.
I was
That's it.
crazy. I was a bug
Yeah,
out.
definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jay Burton, peace, bro, peace.
Yo, but I ain't gonna lie, that's great to hear that, though. I never knew that. But yeah, Tina said he a dog catcher, he a veterinarian. I'm like, what? I'm like, Ski
Yeah,
is not.
definitely.
I knew you wasn't doing. I'm like, hold on, Ski is not catching dogs out there. She was like, for real, I'm telling you, he changed his life. He's only going to church, God, and he working. And then, like I said, I seen it was real. I seen it was real. So that was a great thing to actually hear and witness. But with my story and with a lot of people that we see that make these changes that came from, we have big personalities. We got
Yes.
big personalities. So, and we was heavy in the game. So the level that we was in the streets, people think that we really can't make these transitions, man. So it's good to hear and to see the work that you're doing today. So how did you get down with King of Kings? How did you start working with the community? How did you start doing that?
Well, for one, I started with Erica, so Erica gave me a shot. I
Oh,
actually went
Erica
to
Ford
Erica.
Life Camp.
Yeah, Erica for Life Camp. So I went to Erica, right? And I said, "Yo, Erica," I said, I didn't know what Erica did because you have to think this is like 30. This was like so Erica been doing it for about 30 years. But when I went to her in 2019, I said, "Yo, Erica," I said, "Can you give me a referral to get down with Fortune Society?" And she was like, "Why would you get down with Fortune Society? Get down with me." I was like, "Well, what do you do?" And then she told me what she did, and then I got on with her probably like a year later. You understand what I'm saying? And so I can definitely say that when I went back to the streets, and even when I would talk to you here and there, you're like, "Ski is not what you think. It's not like back in the days." I didn't understand it until I got involved. Like, well, he's right. I'm thinking maybe it's some money involved, and whoever's the connect can stop it. No, it wasn't that. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to learn that. So I wouldn't have been ready for Rikers either had I not been in the street first. You understand? To see what does this entail? And you can't. And I realized I'm not going to change everybody's life. You understand what I'm saying? But that one, you can change one person's life to change somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. It's about.
I don't want to lose this thought. I want to ask you this question. You can get right back to that, right? But
Your phone going in and out. Unless it's my phone.
all right, you good? I'm good.
Yeah, it's not coming.
I think it's your phone. Whose
Hello?
phone is the chat? Mine's or Skis. I'm here.
Hold on
I'm
one
here.
second. Let me see.
Somebody try to call you again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, bro. It's probably your
I can't
phone.
really hear you. Use
Go in and
handset.
come back out. Go in and come back out. Hit
All
the link
right.
again. Hit the link
Do that.
again.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good now.
All right, you good? All right.
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
good. Yes.
so what I want to ask you, all right, so you had Fortune Society, you about to work for her.
Yeah. No,
Do
I asked for
hold
Fortune
on,
Society, then I started working for
I
her.
don't want to forget this question real quick. Do the guys you working with in prison, do they know who you are?
Nah, because I don't tell everybody that.
So they don't really
I
don't
don't tell.
know you. They
Yeah.
just think you some regular guy off the
Yeah.
street
Regular guy. Yeah.
that come in
Regular
there and
guy. Yeah.
talk to them.
Yeah, but they like me because they said you know what, Skip, like the old timers they call me they call me Unc OG, whatever the case may be. They said like you don't talk like everyone. You never asked us to get out. You never asked us to drop our flag. I said no reason to. You understand? I said because you can be in a gang and still be the dentist. You can still be the judge. You can still be the police officer. You can still be the counselor. You can still be the social worker. I said when you look at white America, I said you think that, and you look at the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys are sprinkled everywhere. That might be the DA. One of them might be the DA. Might be the left. We're fighting the same battle we fought when Martin Luther King was here. We're fighting laws and legislation. You understand what I'm saying? We're fighting the same things. I said, don't stop becoming. I
Right.
said, I said, it was this movie I watched back in the days with Kevin Bacon and a few other cats. There was kids in jail. And when they got out of jail, they happened to see one of the guards that raped them when they were kids in jail. But
Wow.
they had a friend, like we all grew up. Like I got some friends. I got a couple of friends that was like top cops. You understand what I'm saying? That I went to school with. So they had a friend that was actually a DA. You understand what I'm saying? Like I got friends that they just moved one step faster than me. So I got caught. They went on to become police officers, this, that, and the third. So like that. So that's what I tell them. Like you don't have to change. Like what if this is what you represent, just represent it to the fullest. Follow the bylaws. I said the forefathers who started this thing with you guys, they didn't see this happening. I said you guys don't follow the rules. I said let me tell you something about the mafia. They were good up until John Gotti broke the rules. And he broke the rules like most of you guys felt like the person that was in charge didn't deserve it. He wasn't getting his fair share, whatever the case may be. You walk in here, you know you put that kind of work in, then you come in here and you looking like, this marshmallow got the crib? You understand what I'm saying? Like I would do this. I said, and I tell him all the time, I was talking to a Mac one day, he said, yo, I'm just not going to do whatever somebody tell me to do. I said, let me tell you something, bro. I said, I'm never advocating violence, but this is what you signed up for. If he make the call, that's what you got to do. Or you need to drop it. I said, that's the problem. There's too many of y'all independent. This is not what you signed up for. And you come in this crib and he say this is what it's supposed to be. Whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, you got to follow the rules. Because these are your rules. This is what you signed up for. Now, do I have a problem with the vetting system? Yeah. Because I'm like, what does it take to join a gang today? Just raise your hand? I said, somebody shooting somebody doesn't make them tough. I said, everybody can't do time in here. I said, that's why when they catch you guys, they catching you guys by the drones. They catching y'all 20, 25 deep. I was in jail with Chef G, too. Not in jail with Chef G. That was my man, too. He worked very hard. Very smart dude. Chef G is very smart. I have
Salute
his
to
number
Chef
today.
G.
Very, very smart. Yeah, very smart guy. You understand what I'm saying? Very, very smart. Very smart. Yeah.
So you said you told her to get into the Fortune Society, and she said, why don't you go work for her? And how did everything go with Erica Ford from there in Life Camp?
It went well. I had different ideas of what I thought the work was. You understand what I'm saying? But then she sent me out to California. I got with some Bloods out there, and then I got with some Chicago cats, and I learned different things about gangs from gang members that were still active, actually. You understand what I'm saying? And they were teaching me things that I didn't know. You understand? Things that they probably like anybody wouldn't even just get this information. It wasn't about me being cool. It was like it's just something different about you. And whenever somebody say that, I know it's only God. You understand what I'm saying? It's only God. And they see like you genuinely want to see change, because change is the only constant in life. Continuity. You understand what I'm saying? Like you have to know what to change and what to continue. You have to know that. If you don't know that, that's why we're seeing the demise of gangs right now, because they have not figured out what we should change and what we should continue. You understand what I'm saying? And that
Right.
comes with and everything comes with leadership. It's just like in corrections, and just like when we look at the world. You understand what I'm saying? When we look at
Right.
the world, we look at a precinct. When we look at a precinct, one time we went to the precinct, me, Erica Ford, and AU Hogan from Baisley Project, and we were speaking. And when the sergeant spoke, I said, now I see why the officers act like that. Because the leadership. Because he said, if you guys just comply, you police us and you protect the other people. You police our neighborhood, but you protect the other people. You jump out of me and you violate my Fourth Amendment right. You understand what I'm saying? You put up, get up. You want to put? I gotta get up against the wall, and you want to immediately start searching me. But somebody white will be doing the same things that we're doing. That's why you have generational wealth, because you'll find a white man, just like in Trump's cabinet, that got arrested when they were in their 70s. They've already created generational wealth. They put numerous grandchildren and their children through college.
Right.
That we get stopped from that. They put a felony on us real quick. So when our application or our resume come through there and the comparison is there, and they ask, well, who's been in jail before? We've been in jail. We can't own a gun. It's our Second Amendment right. So I push that with young individuals too. Go to One Police Plaza or go online and fill out for a gun. You have to be 21. No, they will not let you carry it. Snag, what up, bro? Salute. They will not let you carry it in New York unless you can show you carry a large lump sum of money, or you own a business. But at least you can have it. You understand what I'm saying? At least get it, and get it legitimately. Yeah, because it's just Second Amendment right. But in New York City, in order to own a gun, you have to go through NYPD, which is not right. Your Second Amendment doesn't stop because you move to New York City. You understand what I'm saying? That's why my bosses would have guns in Long Island, but the moment they crossed over the line, the city line, they had to put it in their trunk in a safe. But yet they had it when they lived in Long Island, but in the 5 boroughs, you can't. So I tell them all the time, stop making these guns and just fill out for it legitimately. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yo, so all right. So what was your title when you started working for Life Camp? What was your actual work title? Your job title?
I was a hospital responder supervisor. So they figured since I knew hospital lingo that I would fit right in there, and I do because a lot of things with animals fit go hand in hand with humans. And they
Right.
saw that I spoke. She saw that I spoke well. So most of the time, so as a hospital responder supervisor, I was in charge of the outreach workers.
Okay.
And sometimes when there's a shooting or stabbing or killing, when you go up to the hospital, 9 out of 10, the person's ops going to be up there to see if they finish the job or if they can catch some of their friends if they're visiting or whatever the case may be. So I was
Right.
up there to see if I could, kind of like try, smooth it out a little bit. Like, yo, you did what you did already. Can we just go ahead home or whatever the case may be. My whole thing is if I can get you like, just maybe I can save that person's life for that one day. Because I
Right.
don't know what started, so I can't stop it. You understand what I'm saying? And neither am I going to say, and neither am I going to try to stop it. I just want to try to get that person out the woods for that minute, hour, whatever I can do to just get them past that day of not using that thing for that one moment to give them a chance to think. And maybe tomorrow, something up. Maybe that kid will been and moved or anything might have happened. You understand what I'm saying? That'll save his life for that moment. Because that's what we living right now in the moments.
Right. All right. So from there, you went from Life Camp. How long were you in Life Camp before you transitioned?
I, I was in life camp one whole year, and a year later, I sent Erica a letter of resignation and said I no longer want to, I can't, I want to move. I wanted to be. I didn't agree with. Let me see. What was my things I didn't agree with, without going into details. I think we agreed to disagree. It was nothing she did. And I can say because even when she sent me a kite, she sent me a text and said, what's wrong? What was the exact word? She said, what is this? Actually, she sent me a screenshot of my letter. What is this? I said, it's my letter of resignation. You understand what I'm saying? I said, She said, can we talk? I said, yeah, we can talk. But we never got a chance to talk because I think when I set up for the schedule, whatever the case may be, it just didn't happen for
Right.
whatever reason. And that was it. And like maybe like a year later, I got down with King and Kings. I went back to veterinary medicine. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I can't do this right now. So I went back to where I came from. Because whenever you don't see a future, you revert back to things you used to do. Just everyone online know that. Whenever you don't see a future, you revert back to things you used to do, whether it's an old job or old girlfriend, things you used to do, crime, whatever the case may be. I went back to the familiar. You understand what I'm saying? I went back to the familiar of things that I knew prior. But while I was there, I still felt it calling me. I'm still watching the news. It's calling me. So then I heard about the King and King and my man Wax. Shout out to Wax. He probably not online, but I
Shout out
shout
to
out to
Wax.
Wax
Yep.
actually came to see. Well, you saw Wax one day. He was seeing his man in Shawanga when I was seeing you. He went
Okay.
to see his man. Me and Mark was seeing you, and he was seeing his man that did like 25 years from
Salute to
Queens.
Mark. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, definitely. So he knew Lance. He reached out to Lance and Todd. Shout out to Todd once again. T2. He knew Tony Furtado. He was in the feds with him, and he reached out to Tony, and Tony reached out to Lance. And then Lance interviewed me. And was like, "Yo, I love you, kid. I want to, I want you to get down with me. You understand what I'm saying?" And I got down from there, and that's what it. And we went, and I've been rocking and rolling with him ever since 2021.
When I came to your office in Queens, that was King of Kings, right?
That's King King. Yes, King King. I was his program manager. Yes.
All right. So how did everything go with that? What was your job title there? Because I know I used to see you in the projects with your bullhorn. I used to see you with the bullhorn, the projects on your Facebook and your Instagram. What was that?
So that was what you call a shooting response. Someone either got killed or shot. And I'm out there making the people in the community aware of what's going on and to be a part of change. Because we all know who's doing what. Let's reach out to him. That's just little Robbie. That's little Darren. We all know who it is. Let's talk to him. Let's find out and sometimes a person is doing too much. You're like, let's talk to mom. Let's send him down to Maryland for a little while because he's doing too much down here. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get together. Let's knock on the door. We all know who's doing what. Like, look, he got to go. Let's send him down there for something else, for something happened to him. You understand what I'm saying?
All right. So how was your welcoming to the communities? How did the people connect with you? How was that? And what projects did you actually do some of this work in?
I never had no problem. So I would go to 40. I would go to Baisley. And the thing about it, the kids in 40 is in C74 right now, and the kids in Baisley is in C74 right now. So we had them when they were young. And I told them where they were headed, and that's where they are now. Attempt
So
murders and
you
homicides.
seeing people that you used to see out there in the community.
Yeah, they're in jail right now. Yep. And I'm with them all the time now, and now they get it. I was just talking to one of them the other day. He has a homicide. He's like, yo, if I only listened when I was
Just
out
like
there, you know what I'm saying? He
just
said,
like
if I only
me,
listened.
right? Just like
Yeah, he
me.
said, yeah, if I only, right. He said, if I only listened, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? I didn't know what I knew now to stay on you. I should have stayed on you. You know, I thought when I said that, because when I said that, you said, all right, Ski, you right. So I thought you was cool with it, because I thought I reasoned enough. Like, you did what you did, they did what they did, let it go. You know, because can't nobody get no money this way. The back and forth thing, somebody's going to eventually die. And 9 out of 10, when somebody dies, you're going to hit somebody innocent. Half of the people on Rikers Island killed somebody that was not the op.
Right.
I've not met, very few people I met killed the op. They killed grandma. They killed the little kid. They killed somebody else walking out, because people are shooting from a distance. They're shooting in the drive-bys. I mean, we all see it on the news, so we see what they're doing. Because I see, when I look at the news, and I even talk to them, and they laugh, I said, you have the gun, but yet you're running. What are you running for if you have the gun? You're supposed to be going that way. You know, you get to shooting. Some of y'all are shooting, running backwards, and I've never seen anything like this in my life. Now you didn't kill somebody innocent. You understand what I'm saying? Like, who gave the orders for this? Who said that this is okay? Who taught you this? But I realized this generation, you have to realize, you did all that time, there was no one to look up to you. You understand what I'm saying? So they look up to each other. They bring each other in at their same level of mentality. You understand what I'm saying?
The blind leading the blind.
Right, exactly. And I met several of them. They actually, you know, when they sit me down privately, they say, like, I wasn't in a gang before. I went somewhere, got jumped, and that's what put me in. Because they figure, like, if I'm gonna get fronted on because of where I'm from, I might as well join it. Because now you get it, you have beef because of where you're from. It's not a direct beef. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, most of the people y'all have beef with is somebody you went to junior high school or high school with, you never had a problem with. You got a beef with him strictly because of where he's from. I said society can't exist at this level. You understand what I'm saying? They're like, I never looked at it that way.
So the organizations that you're a part of, you've been a part of multiple organizations. Do you think those organizations are actually working for the kids, and is it helping?
Sure, absolutely. To the dreamer, no, I don't have an older brother, bro. Actually, I got 2 older brothers, but they're not. One live in Jersey and one is square. They both squared. So they've never been a part of the street. They were by my father, not my mother. I just have one by, just have my sister by my mother and I. Oh, back to what you said. Do I think they're effective? I think it takes more money, and I think it takes resources. Because now I see that poverty and a lack of education puts us in a situation where, and not enough,
breeds criminality, bro.
Yeah,
Poverty
it
breeds it,
definitely
bro.
does. Your environment, because I used to walk past Dougie and them, because Dougie was in the street way before me, and I would say, I was like, y'all gonna get in trouble as I'm going to Bible study, Sunday school, whatever, and then eventually, so my mother, let's say, will buy me a pair of Jordans and a leather bomber. Dougie might have 4 or 5 of those and 4 or 5 pair of Jordans. I'm like, yo, how you get that? Eventually, I got me a pack, and I hit the streets, 30 off 100. But 30 off 100 might sound like a little bit, but when you go back to like 85, 86, it's a lot, because you might be knocking off like 10 packs. So you add that up, and the dollar was different. So it might be like $300 a day, as opposed to when I got back in the game in like 1996, 97, where I may be making like $10,000 a week, just selling weight. I wasn't on the breakdown. Shout out to Steen, even though he's gone. I made a lot of money with Steen, a lot of money with Tay. You understand what I'm saying? There was some, you know, some righteous brothers. You understand what I'm saying? But they were righteous brothers anyway, you know.
Right. So how you feel about everything today, and everything that's going on today? How you feel about that stuff?
I believe we need to start building right now, whether it be the King of Kings or whether it be Life Camp. We need to start building, and we need buildings. We need real estate, because you got brothers that are coming home, they don't have nowhere to come home to. You understand what I'm saying? You got good brothers that want to come home, but they don't have nowhere to come home to. They're forced to throw a brick, because the shelters right now are like Rikers Island. So their hands are being forced. From the moment they come out, their hands are forced to go back to where they come from, or potentially see an op. To put it like, so there's one young brother I met, he's from the Polo Grounds, he's 18. So his ops are in his building. So whenever he goes to his building to visit his mother, even though he moved upstate, he has to bring his gun there. So even though he's talking about getting out now, so I'm afraid for you to get out because you want to go visit your mother, but you got to go past the ops. So what that's going to put you in a position to put the gun back in your waist. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a never-ending battle. You understand what I'm saying? So just a never-ending battle because there's no resource, there's no real estate, there's nowhere for him to go. Yeah, if we can even build there's some things called house parents. It's in Atlanta, and they're actually in PA too. Would they take a married couple, or young guys or young a young household like you and your wife, and they have about 15 kids in that house. They put you in a good neighborhood, and you're actually taking those kids to school. Kids that have juvenile records, taking them to court, taking them to school. I think y'all get the weekends off. It's like $80,000 a year. So anybody online that's listening to it, it's called house parents. So if you go on Indeed, you'll see that. Like if it's you and your wife and y'all don't have no children, and y'all want to actually sow back into the lives of these kids, y'all get the weekends off, $80,000 a year. You don't pay for nothing. Everything is there. I mean, your wife and Mikey, you'll be cooking for them. You'll make sure they get up, getting ready for school in the morning. You're raising them. You understand what I'm saying? So it definitely takes a dedicated person to do it. But I'm just like letting you know, like these things are out there for us to be able to help. And not for nothing, when you see these kids coming in from your neighborhood who you saw, you want to put a couple of dollars in their pocket if you have it. But
I
just the
never heard
basic
of that. That's the
necessities.
first time I heard of that right there.
Yeah, it's called house parents. Yes, definitely.
That do that in New York?
They do it. It's not New York. I say in Atlanta. Cause I actually got called for it, but my wife didn't want to do it. I wanted to do it. Atlanta and then PA.
Oh, PA do it too?
Yeah, PA do it too. House parents, $80,000 a year.
Oh, that's great. Gotta definitely look into that. I'm gonna do a story on that.
Definitely. Yep,
I'm
definitely.
gonna do a story on that, man. Any last things? Any last words? I ain't want to keep you for more than an hour. You know what I'm saying?
All right. No last words. The only thing I would say is, I wasn't. So so when it comes to Trump, I say with Trump, these brothers have no idea what they are trying to do out there. You're absolutely right. The dream. So now with Donald Trump, let me see. Did I think Camilla was my best choice? I don't know. For the simple fact, under Biden, I can't say what they didn't do and what they did and didn't do. I just know that for years, the Democrats we've been voting for Democrats because we know they give us the things that we need out there, and Republicans don't want us to do that. But in reality, you have some of us that don't want to work. They want to collect. They want welfare. They want this. They want that. But, you have Republicans doing the same thing. And Jewish people do the same thing, too. But I could not, in my conscience, vote for Trump because Trump thinks generationally. So when he thinks to do little things that pacify the black person, like there was the same thing that's been happening for years. Whenever somebody gives us something to pacify us, we kumbaya. You understand what I'm saying? But he's thinking down the line. He's thinking 100 years from now. The same way when we think about slavery and we think about the Constitution and we think about that. Those forefathers thought now. They didn't think 5 years from now, a year from now. You understand what I'm saying? So if we don't wisen up, we will be in trouble. You understand what I'm saying? But if go ahead. You gonna say something, Mikey?
Yeah. How can somebody asked, the dreamer asked, how can they support?
Finances, and just make sure you know where your finances are going. If you want to give someone your money, make sure you go to that organization and make sure you see what they're doing. Make sure you talk to the participant. All right? Don't talk to the workers. Talk to the participant. Because people don't give money to organizations. They give money to people. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying people are misusing the funds.
That's true. That's true.
But,
I understand.
right.
I done got, yeah, you're right. They give it to people. You're
right. You have to talk to, and sometimes if you can talk to a worker who, like in the DOJ right now, the people who resigned because they felt like Eric Adams they couldn't serve him the way they wanted to. They had integrity. Whether he did or not, they just had integrity. They could not in their right mind say that we want to drop this case against them because they felt they had him, despite what they were told. So that's what you want. So me, when I started out looking at myself, I would look at myself in the mirror, and I would choose to do right behind closed doors when no one knew it. I chose to make decisions when no one knew it. I would be filling out an application on Indeed or whatever the case may be, and they would ask me something I knew I could lie about, but I would tell the truth because I knew integrity started with myself when I looked in the mirror. So I would tell anyone to start that way. And when one of the biggest changes in my life came when I looked in the mirror and I said, I am who people say I am. And that's when I made the change. What God, of course, with God's Holy Spirit. And it's never about religion, guys. It's always about a relationship with God through Jesus Christ. All right, so it's
Um,
never about religion.
that's great, bro. I'm glad to see you, embracing the Lord, the Most High. That's good to see, you know what I'm saying? And that you steadfast in your, a lot of us ain't sturdy. We not grounded. We not grounded. So that's great to see you grounded. And hopefully those kids that you work with in prison, they can learn some of that from you. I hope you're teaching them that as well. You know what I'm saying? Any other questions? Y'all got any questions for Ski before we get up out of here?
Real one, real one. This is the last one. The guy, real one. He says, "How do you know what the next man is thinking?" I don't understand the question. Are you referring to Donald Trump when I said Donald Trump and generational things? Did he want changing? Let me see. Don't feed the beast. Peace to the panel. Real
Salute.
one. Real one. Could you hop on real quick? If you're not on there, and ask that question again. Tell me who you were referring to. Oh well, I could answer it when you. I could answer this part when you say, "How do I know what the next man is thinking?" I don't know. I can use. You can usually tell what someone's thinking by their actions. I can see the direction you're going. Yeah, I can hear the words that's coming out your mouth too. You can usually look at a person's actions, and you can tell what's your social media king. They call me Ski. Mikey will put it inside the feed, Dreamer. They call me Ski is my Instagram. I
Yes.
can usually tell the direction you're going in, and if I can have a conversation with a person, I can tell what you're thinking too. Because pretty much you're gonna say it. You're not hiding anything from me. You understand what I'm saying? It's about really just being real with who you are, and going about it that way. But I gotta get offline. I'm in the supermarket right now. I'm supposed to get some food from the supermarket. I've been online. That's why my wife is calling my son on the other line while he's over here jamming, acting
Yo,
like everybody
appreciate you
else.
for tapping in, bro. Just wanted
Definitely,
to
man.
give you
I
your
appreciate
flowers,
y'all
you know
too.
what I'm saying?
Treating it
I started
like
this
we should be
series
doing.
with you in mind, with a lot of different brothers in mind, but I started this series and I said, I got to start it with Ski, one of the guys. If I would have listened to him, I would have never did a lot of this dumb stuff that I got into in my life. You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah,
we love you, bro.
definitely.
I love you. I love the work that you're doing. I
All
love your
right, thank you.
change. I love your life, how you got your family and everything going. Just keep doing what you do, bro. This is official, you heard?
All right, no doubt. Y'all be easy. I'm out.
All right, peace, bro. Salute.
Peace, bro.
So y'all got my OG Ski. Like I said, I'm gonna start SoulJah Sundays. Everything I'm gonna be doing this every Sunday for an hour. Giving flowers to a lot of these guys, that came from the streets, that changed their lives, and that's out here working in our communities. DJing, they might be doing whatever. If they came from out of those, they came for the field and they made these changes so we can see more of the actual real work that it takes to make these changes and a transition to better your life. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna be doing that every Sunday. I'm gonna pick somebody else. Hopefully I can interview them like I did Ski. If not, I'll just be giving you their flowers, letting you know the work that they're doing. But I plan to have these guys up here so I can talk to them firsthand and we can do that. Plus, I'm gonna collab, official prison talkers in the building. I want to do some collaborations with them. Jay Burton, Joey P, um, damn homie, everything y'all got doing over there. I see y'all working over there. Yo, we gotta collab on some of this. And we gotta make this, the whole vision that we had for all these years, really east to the west, not just the East Coast, but the West Coast and every part in between. You know what I'm saying? We Nation, you heard? We Nation is still rocking. You know what I mean? Yeah, the guy, Ski's info's in the chat. I'm gonna highlight it for y'all right now so y'all can see his info's in the chat. I'm gonna pin it. You want to follow him on IG? Did I send it? I ain't even sent it. Here we go. There's his info right there. They call me Ski. That's his Instagram. Hit him up. You know what I mean? Good dude. That's him right there. If y'all want an after party, we can do something tonight. We can keep the conversation going. I just wanted to end that, with Ski. But that's what I'll be doing every Sunday. I could do a after party later, maybe around 8 or 9. I'll pull back up, and we can continue the conversation. But salute to y'all. Salute to Ski. Aaron Thomas and the work that he's doing out here in Queens, with King of Kings and other organizations, and going into Rikers Island and talking to those kids and trying to help those kids and young men change their lives. You know what I'm saying? We need more brothers like him out here on the front line doing the real work, you heard? But I'm gonna bring it to y'all firsthand every Sunday. I gotta find my lamp. My lamp is out. I don't even know where my lamp is at. But I'll be more well lit next time, you heard? But salute to y'all. You know, I'll pop back out and we can do an after party later on. If y'all want me to pop back out, put it in the comments. Holler at me in the comments. And you know, if y'all know people that need to be on this show, put that in the comments. Brothers have already gave me other brothers that I will be, you know, giving their flowers to on Sunday. If y'all know people that I should be talking about up here on SoulJah Sunday, make sure y'all put it in the comments so I can also highlight these people that's doing a great work, women and men that's doing this great work, you heard? But salute, you already know what it is. It's Mr. Hood Love. Thank y'all for tapping in. Thanks for y'all for sharing, for y'all support. You know what I mean? If you ain't hit the like button on the way in, hit it on the way out and share the live to somebody that y'all think that could use the information. Salute.